is Tim Atkins, and I serve as your Director of Lifespan Religious Exploration, and my pronouns are he, him. I am wearing today, well, I forgot I was going to have to do this when I picked out my sweater. So I am wearing a black sweater that has a scene of Santa riding a unicorn in space, holding a sword flying by Saturn. Welcome. Welcome to First Unitarian Church, where our mission is to explore the eternal, nurture community, and pursue the common good. We welcome you in your brokenness and in your wholeness. No matter who you have been, who you are, or who you are becoming, we greet you today with love. I'd like to extend a special welcome to everyone who is watching us on YouTube this morning. During the prelude, please introduce yourself in the comments and let us know where you're joining from. If you're in OKC, what neighborhood you're in, or if you're elsewhere, what city you're in, and hey, for today, what your favorite ugly holiday sweater is. And now, the prelude prepares us for worship.
We light our chalice in Midtown, Oklahoma City, on land that was home to first Americans, including the Apache, Caddo, and Wichita, on land that was taken from the Muskogee and Seminole and other removed and relocated peoples. We light the chalice as a symbol of our sacred time together. The burning chalice represents the light of reason and science, the warmth of loving community, the cleansing heat of justice, and the flame of hope.
See, that's what lighting the chalice is all about. It's about the spirit of community and teamwork and filling in as needed. Again, welcome. I am Reverend Diana Davies. My pronouns are she, her, hers. And for those in our community who are blind or visually impaired or are joining us online without video, I am a white woman in my 50s, and today I am not, normally I wear a stole and a clergy robe, but I am not wearing them today because this is a special kind of service. This is kind of one big family decorating party, so dressed appropriately for that. In the Christian liturgical year, today marks the first day of Advent. The word Advent is derived from the Latin word adventus, meaning coming. Originally, what was coming was the baptism of new Christians, which would happen in January. It only happened once a year. And it wasn't until the Middle Ages that Christians began to tie Advent to the birth of Christ and Christmas. So Advent is a season of waiting for something that is coming. And for Christians, what is coming is Christ. But all of us are waiting for something. For the turning of the earth wheel, for sunshine and the return of longer days, for healing, for hope, for peace. Please join me in a responsive reading by Reverend Leslie Takahashi, We Are Waiting. And we are waiting is the congregational response. So when I go like this, I invite you to say those words with me. We are waiting. This is the season of anticipation, of expecting, of hoping, of wanting. This is the time of expecting the arrival of something or someone. We are waiting. This is the time of living in darkness, in the hues of unknowing, of being quiet, of reflecting on a year almost past, waiting for a new beginning, for a closing or an end. This is the time for digesting the lessons of days gone past and anticipating the future for which we are waiting. Waiting for a world that can know justice, waiting for a lasting peace, waiting for the bridge to span the divides that separate us, waiting for a promise or hope for all of us, and for all of this, we are waiting.
Every Sunday, we take an offering. Since 2002, all cash and designated checks from that offering have gone directly to external nonprofit organizations doing good work, our Change for Change partners. For the month of November, our Change for Change partner is Voice. That is, Voices Organized in Civic Engagement. It is a coalition of congregations, worker associations, schools, and nonprofit groups that have come together out of a deep sense of mission and concern for the pressures facing families in the Oklahoma City metropolitan area. Funds raised through Change for Change will go toward the annual Voice membership fees for First Unitarian Church. For those of you who are in the sanctuary with us today, in a moment we will be passing the offering plate. And if you're watching us online, please make your gift by sending a check to First Unitarian Church. Just write Change for Change on the memo line. And if you are at home, you can make a contribution online as well. Thank you. We are entering the season of light. The lights of the candles on the menorah, the lights of the candles at Kwanzaa, and the human light celebration.
the lights on Christmas trees, decorating our homes and luminarias. But we are also entering the season of sound, and some of those sounds are beautiful. Carols at night, laughter, friendly chatter around a table. And some of those noises are kind of annoying. For me personally, the Christmas music that's been playing since Halloween, the sound of frantic getting things ready just in time. And so as we enter this season of light and of sound, let's take a couple of moments this morning to just appreciate silence. So we're going to take a couple of minutes of silence together. And during this time, I invite you either, if prayer is part of your tradition, to offer up a silent prayer. If meditation is your tradition, to meditate on the silence. And for kids, you can do this too. Just notice when you're very, very still and very, very quiet, what sounds emerge that you don't normally hear. What thoughts and pictures come up in your mind. So please take a comfortable seat. Work out any little kinks or tightness. Might feel good to let your eyes close. Take a deep breath. Let it go. And we'll take just a moment of appreciating the silence and the darkness. Please take a deep breath with me and let it go. Well, as I mentioned, this is a special service today. We are going to be splitting, into two groups. As you came in today, you should have received a little slip of paper, a red slip or a green slip. Did anybody not get their little slip of paper? Nathan, can you, for the people that are hands up, can you get them a slip of paper? And as he's doing that, keep your hands up if you didn't get one. As he's doing that, I'll give some directions. And I will just tell you that imagine that this is one of those big holiday gatherings, people who don't necessarily see each other all the time, and they have different ideas about how to decorate the house. Keep that in mind. And some things will not be perfect. Some nails that were there a couple of years ago were not there this year. So those have to be put back. So I invite you to take comfort in the messiness. This is not going to be perfect. But in just a moment, if you have a red slip of paper, you are going to follow Susan Bishop, who's got her hand up right there in the gray sweater and the black mask. You're going to follow Susan Bishop down the hall. If you have the name of a reindeer written on your little slip of paper, so look at your slip of paper. This is only true for the red group. If you have the name of a reindeer, you are going to go directly to the Eddie room. Okay, so if you are new, you don't know where the Eddie room is, People who've been around longer, please help us look for people who look a little bit lost and help them find the Eddie room. You're going to be doing decorating. If you don't want to decorate today and you would rather do a craft, you're welcome to trade your little red slip of paper with somebody who wants to do decorating, all right? So if you have a reindeer name on your red slip of paper, you're going to go down to Eddie room, and Marlise and Carmen are going to give you some instructions on how to decorate, and we have pictures too, so you have a visual of what it'll look like. If you if you have red but no reindeer name, you're going to go straight to Daniel Hall. And Tim is going to be showing you some crafts. We're going to be making some ornaments and some other cool stuff in Daniel Hall. If you have a green slip of paper, stay here. We're going to be doing some carols and stories. And about 15 minutes later, we're going to switch. So after about 15 minutes, the red team's going to come back and the green group is going to go out. And then at the end, the green group is going to come in and we're all going to sing together. All right, got it? So just one switch. So, did I say everything? I think I said everything I needed to say. So, red group, follow Susan out. Yeah, green group stays here, red group goes with Susan. Yeah, leave your stuff here, you'll be coming back. Yeah, that's a good idea. Green group, if you're comfortable, I invite you to come forward a little bit more so we have a little bit more of a friendly family kind of feeling as we're singing carols together. So green group, I invite you to come a little bit closer. All right, take it away. And there'll be some people in here decorating, but let's go ahead and sing. It's in your gray hymnal, number 225, O Come, Emmanuel. Everybody, please sing along.
E minor.
O come, Emmanuel, and with your captive children dwell. Give comfort to all exiles here, and to the aching heart bid cheer.
Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come within us love to dwell.
Oh, come, you splendor very bright, as joy that never yields tonight. Oh, come and turn all hearts to peace, that greed and war at last shall cease.
Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come within us truth to dwell.
Oh, come, you day spring, come and cheer our spirits by your presence here, and dawn in every broken soul as vision that can see the whole.
Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come within us light to dwell. Oh, come, you wisdom from on high, from depth that hide within us sight, to temper knowledge with our care, to render every act of prayer. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come within us home to dwell. 231. Please open to 231. And the
going to skip the story for right now and just keep singing. So let's go with number 235, Deck the Hall with Boughs of Holly. One hall. Deck the hall. Just the one. That's all we got.
We had to learn. Deck the hall with boughs of holly, la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, la 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 la. Darling our gay apparel, la 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 la. Though the ancient Yuletide carol, la 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 la. See the blazing Yule before us, la 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 la. Sing the harp and join the chorus, la 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 la. Follow me in merry measure, la 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 la. Golden girl called Yuletide treasure, la 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 la. Fast away the old year passes, la 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 la. Brave the new ye lads and lasses, la 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 la. Sing we joyous all together, la 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 la. Regardless of the wind and weather, la 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 la. And let's open to 237.
Angels
All right, red team is coming back, and it's going to be time for the green group. I think the red group got all the decorations done, so green group is going to go straight into Daniel Hall to work on making crafts and ornaments. So green group, if you've got a green group of paper, I invite you to follow Lori down to Daniel Hall. Rinse and repeat.
Up on the housetop, reindeer paws, out jumps good old Santa Claus, down through the chimney with lots of toys, all for the little ones' Christmas joys. Ho, 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 who wouldn't go? Ho, 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 who wouldn't go? Up on the housetop, click, 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 down through the chimney with good Saint Nick. Up on the housetop, reindeer paws, out jumps good old Santa Claus, down through the chimney with lots of toys, all for the little ones' Christmas joy. Ho, 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 who wouldn't go? Ho, 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 who wouldn't go? Up on the housetop, click, 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 down through the chimney with good Saint Nick. Framing a Christmas Story. Oops. This story ends in someone's mouth, but it begins in a tiny village more or less covered in snow. The snow had fallen during the long night, during which children had pressed their faces to the windows looking for a glimpse of a man who they suspected of bringing them wonderful gifts. But instead, they heard a terrible noise from a certain cottage in the neighboring arrondissement, a word which here means place where something was being born. This cottage was already regarded with some suspicion, as it was the only place not decorated with flashing colored lights at this time of year. The thing that was being born was a latke, a word which here means potato pancake. Latkes are a traditional part of the celebration of Hanukkah, a holiday commemorating a miraculous Jewish military victory. Nearly everything in this world is born screaming, and the latke was no exception. Even though the latke wasn't conceived and born the way you and I were conceived and born, but instead was fashioned from grated potatoes, chopped onion, beaten eggs, and a dash or two of salt. Now, once these ingredients were properly mixed, the latke was slapped into a pan full of olive oil, heated to a very high temperature, and this is when it began to scream. That should have gotten their attention. The latke was suffering so much that it leapt out of the hot pan and out the window of the cottage and began to run screaming down the boulevard. Now, this may seem like unusual behavior for a potato pancake, but this is a Christmas story in which things tend to happen that would never occur in real life. The latke ran past a row of flashing colored lights which hung from the rain gutters of a less suspicious cottage. "What's all the ruckus," said the lights in unison. "We're the ones who are supposed to be dominating the neighborhood with our cheerful glow." "I was just thrown into a pan of boiling oil," the latke cried. "Can you believe it?" "Yes," said the flashing colored lights, "but we can't imagine why." "Because I'm a latke," said the latke. "The olive oil reminds us of the oil used to rededicate the temple following the defeat of Antiochus at the hands of the Maccabees. The oil was only supposed to last for one night, but there was a miracle, and it lasted for 8. Plus, frying makes my skin crispy and brown." "So you're basically hash browns," said the flashing colored lights. "Maybe you can be served along a Christmas ham." "I'm not hash browns," cried the latke. "I'm something completely different." The latke rounded the corner and found itself face to face with the candy cane, which wrinkled its red and white nose at the latke in distaste. "I'm trying to sprinkle the night air with my peppermint scent," the candy cane said. "Your mouth-watering smell, not to mention all that yelping, is spoiling the effect." "My mouth-watering smell is a part of the cozy feeling of Hanukkah," the latke replied. "It reminds us that things are better now than they were in 175 BC, when my people were not allowed to practice their religion. In order to study the Torah, they had to hide out in caves, and when they heard Greek soldiers approach, they pretended they were gambling with a small spinning top called a dreidel." "Sort of like Joseph and Mary hiding out in the manger," said the candy cane. "Someone should write a Christmas carol about you." "I'm not part of Christmas," cried the latke. "It's a totally different thing." The scream of the latke grew quieter and quieter as the pancake ran out of the village into the surrounding forest. Its utter fury was unabated, a phrase which here means the latke was still very annoyed at the objects to whom it had spoken. But it was quite tired, and so it decided to rest for a few minutes beneath the branches of a little pine tree. The pine tree was napping, but woke up at the sound of an object plopping down at its feet. "Are you a present?" the pine tree asked. "Presents are pretty much the only thing allowed to sit beneath me during this time of year." The latke sighed. "Presents aren't really a big part of Hanukkah," it said in a voice hoarse from screaming. "There's nothing wrong with giving gifts to loved ones, of course, but it's more important to light the candles for 8 consecutive nights, to commemorate the miracle in the temple and the miracle of victory, even when you are thoroughly outnumbered, so you shouldn't give up hope." "Plus Santa Claus," said the pine tree. The latke was too exhausted to scream. "Santa Claus has nothing to do with it," the latke said. "Christmas and Hanukkah are completely different things." But different things can often blend together, said the pine tree. Let me tell you a funny story about pagan rituals. Yeah, it was funny. But before the pine tree could begin its story, a family came trooping through the snow, searching the forest carefully. We shouldn't have waited till the last minute to get ready for the holiday, said the father in the family, who was holding an axe. We'll never find a good one. You shouldn't give up hope, said the mother, and pointed at the pine tree. Look, it's perfect, said the daughter. Beautiful, agreed the son. Such a marvelous shape, said the mother. And its skin looks so crispy, said the father. And he reached down and he scooped up the latke from the snow. We'll need to reheat it, of course, but this will be perfect for Hanukkah dinner with a topping of applesauce, sour cream, or even jam. I'll refry it in oil, said the mother, to remind us of the rededication of the temple. And the triumph of the Maccabees over Antiochus, added the daughter. After hiding in caves all that time, the son chimed in. The father smiled down at the latke and his mitten, and then stared curiously at his other hand. What was I thinking bringing this axe? He said to himself. The family strolled back to the village, walking past all the cottages with flashing colored lights and smiling politely at the candy canes until they reached their own home. The family carried the latke into their home, which was warm and cozy, and they sat down at the table, which was lit with the flickering candles of a menorah, which is a branched candelabra designed specifically for the holiday. It is very frustrating not to be understood in this world. If you say one thing and keep being told that you mean something else, it can make you want to scream. But somewhere in the world, there is a place for all of us. Whether you are an electric form of decoration, peppermint-scented sweet, a source of timber, or a potato pancake. On a cold, snowy night, everyone and everything should be welcomed somewhere. And the latke was welcome into a home full of people who understood what a latke is and how it fits into its particular holiday. And then they ate it. The end. Let's just do, how about Angels We Have Heard on High and Deck the Hall? Or just the anthem. Okay, let's do the anthem again. Yeah. Ding dong.
Ding dong, merrily on high, in
right, invite everybody to sing 231, Angels We Have Heard on High.
Okay, please join us in singing hymn 235, Deck the Hall with Boughs of Holly. Just one hall.
Deck the hall with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, fa la 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 la. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol, fa la 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 la. See the blazing Yule before us, fa la 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 la. Strike the harp and join the chorus, fa la 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 la. Follow me in merry measure, fa la la while I tell of Yuletide treasure. La 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 la. Fast away the old year passes. La 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 la. Hail the new ye lads and lasses. La 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 la. Sing we joyous all together. La 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 la. Heedless of the wind and weather. La 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 la.
Would you all please rise in body or in spirit as we sing hymn 245, Joy to the World.
Joy to the world, the word is come. Let earth with praises ring. Let every heart prepare here room. And heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing. Joy to the world, that gladness reigns. Let hearts their songs employ, while fields and floods, rocks, hills, and plains repeat their sounding joy, repeat their sounding joy, repeat, repeat the sounding joy. No more let sins and sorrows grow, nor thorns infest the ground. Let righteousness its glory show, as far as love is found, as far as love is found, as far as love is found.
And Tom, you're closest. Would you extinguish the chalice for us? We extinguish our chalice flame, but not the light of love and community which burns in our hearts. After our service today, everyone is invited to go back to Daniel Hall. There will be another round of crafts. So you're welcome to go back, have a cup of coffee, enjoy talking to each other, and make some more decorations and crafts to stay here or to take home with you. I was also reminded to let you know that there are still tags. Oh, I've been singing too much and screaming too much. There are still tags to take for the Drug Court Christmas. And just as a reminder, if you take one, please remember to write down your name on the piece of paper so we know who took that child, right? So those you'll find on that folding wall in Daniel Hall. And now I leave you with this blessing as we enter into the season of waiting. May we not wait for peace. May we not wait to do the work of justice. May we not wait to tell those we love just how much we love them. May we not wait to express gratitude for all that is good. May it be so. Amen.